All right, some people might not like this video, but it's Luke Kennard a bust so far for the Detroit Pistons. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and don't forget to check out our Detroit Piston Talk playlist for more Piston videos. And right now, to me, he's a bust. He hasn't even started 50 games in this league. All right, he's averaging under 10 points a game, but some of his other stats look good. He's shooting almost 45% from the field, 40% from three-point land, but also you are measured by what your peers do, what people did behind him we drafted. I mean, Donovan Mitchell, that went one pick later, I didn't know he was only 6'1". Maybe that's one of the reasons the Pistons wasn't attracted to him, because he was a smaller guard, but and a shooting guard at it. They probably was tired of those Rodney Stuckey and Reggie Jackson type of tweeners. I mean, he's already all-star, and he's averaging over 20 points a game. He's averaged 20 points a game every season he's been in the league for the last 3 years. All-star. Bam, went after them. All-star. And you also got guys like Kyle Kuzma, who's trending to be, a good star in the league. You know what I'm saying? So, also, Monty Morris, Dillon Brooks, who's doing well in Memphis, he's averaging over 10 and got a new contract there as well, too. And, you know what I'm saying? It just don't seem like he lived up to the hype. Now, last year he started to produce. He averaged 15 points a game. But once again, I think he played, 28 games last year. The knee injuries. He has chronic knee injuries. And I do have a biasness towards not liking Duke players because they just always flop to me. They're never as good as they built up to be. Now, Brandon Ingram is starting to live up to the bill. And Kyrie, I don't consider him a Duke player. He played there for a day. But, it's always these Christian Lakers and Bobby Hoyers, whatever his name was, that come out of Duke. So we drafted Kyle Singler, and they gave Kyle Singler every opportunity to stay in Detroit and get a starting position, and he just straight up, flat out sucked. But Luke Kennard has the ability. I'm not saying he don't, but I don't see him being an all-star in this league like Bam and Donovan Mitchell. But he's a good shooter. He can put the ball on the ground a little bit. He can get to the rim. And he's only 23 years old, but I'm not saying that he's a cemented in as a bust. But right now, he's looking real bustish, through this league. And it's not because he can't play. It's because it's the knee. And also, the guys that we measure him against are blowing past him, you know what I'm saying, as far as their careers. I mean, like I said, Mitchell and Bam was already, all-stars. He compared to like Josh Hart in the draft. Him and Josh Hart got some similar, numbers. Other than Josh Hart just don't get the opportunities, that Luke was getting. But at the end of the day, I think Luke can still be a good guy, but I just don't think his future is the starting two guard of the Detroit Pistons. Straight up and down. I don't think he has the physical build up to be a starter. I think he can be like Lou Williams, Vinnie Johnson. Maybe he could be a microwave Jamal Crawford off the bench to give us a boost. But Luke Kennard, I don't think he's going to be a starting two guard in this league that's going to be top 15 or top 20. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be a dude that come off the bench, give you a little bit because he can't sustain it. If you're not healthy at 23 years old, you dealing with knee injuries at 23. I mean, as you get your man strength and your bone density, you get a little bit more stronger, a little bit more heavier. Them knees not gonna get more healthier. You might go through a stretch where, you feeling good, you feeling great in my outcast voice, and then the knee issues start coming back for like Blake Griffin. So the Pistons need to cut bait with him while they can get something for him. Ain't no future in him in Detroit being an all-star. None. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he could be a Rip Hamilton type of guy. Damn sure not Jay Stackhouse. Damn sure not, Allen Houston. He not one of those guys. I'm telling you, he's more comparable to a dude coming off the bench giving you a burst just due to his physical makeup. But then he can't guard nobody neither. Nobody in this league can guard nobody no more, really. So I'm not gonna hold that against him. But in my opinion, I just don't see him, living up to the bill. And when people say, well, we can't measure him by what his peers, yes, we can. We can measure him about what them dudes did behind him. Bam, Donovan Mitchell, and there was a few other guys there. Monty Morris has had a good career in the second round. Dillon Brooks has had a good weird career. Josh Hart, when he plays, has had a good career. Kyle Kuzma, other than this year before he broke his foot, was having a good ball career. So you can't tell me that y'all rather not have some of them guys before we, basically had Donovan Mitchell as well than Luke Kennard. It was a bad pick. Once again, the Pistons, got it wrong. Was it Stan Van Gundy and Jeff Bowers? And I've been saying it. They don't know how to draft, and that's why Troy Weaver is important. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a promoter of drafting Duke players. Unless they're at the top of the board like Kyrie, Brandon Ingram, or something like that. Grant Hill was the last one I truly like coming out of Duke. I like Zion too. I think Zion is going to live up to the bill, but that's before they start doing these one and dones. But Marvin Bagley then flopped. Corey Maggette didn't do nothing. There's a lot of dudes that come out of North Carolina. They got a nice pipeline. Vince Carter, Rasheed Wallace. You know what I'm saying? They had Tyler Hansbrough and Sean Mays as well. Every college do. But like I said before, man, I just don't think Luke Kennard that guy. And people say it's too early to throw him a bus. But he coming up on a contract extension. It's going to be a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope type of situation. Are you going to pay him a ton of money and bet on his potential, hope that he get healthy, hope that he figure it out? Or, you know, you going to let him walk? And if I'm them, I'm trading him before we get to that point so I can get something tangible for him at some point. Maybe, you know, a draft pick that turned into a good player. But he shouldn't even be in your plans. You know what I'm saying? You can have Malachi out there and he going to do the same thing that Luke can do. Shoot the ball. He can't put it on the ground like Luke Kennard can, but as soon as Luke Kennard put it on the ground, his knee hurting again. Something hurting him. He can't stay on the floor. Then, you know, he got a beta male mentality as far as the floor. He was letting Reggie Jackson punk him. You know what I'm saying? He was, you know, calling for he was, you know, have Reggie Jackson, you know, dominating the ball. Reggie would call for the ball. He'd give it to him. When Luke is in kill mode, he's a good player. You know what I'm saying? But that's rare. It's rare because he's not on the floor, and it's rare because he just don't have the personality. But when he on, you know, he's a phenomenal player, but it ain't nobody that, you know, you going to let him leave and he going to become the all-star like Chris Middleton and Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't see that happen. I see him having a solid career, have some good games here and there. I just think he's a bench player. He's a dude who's going to come off the bench. Not because the ability is not there. He's a bench player because physically he can't add up to the demands. And can't nobody right now in this chat they have some affection for Luke Kennard. I don't mind saying things that people don't like. Who cares? Somebody got to wear the black hat. But it's not nobody in the comment section that say they wouldn't rather have Bam or Donovan Mitchell or Kuzma. Straight up and down. Nobody gonna say they wish they didn't. And their draft wasn't bad because Markelle Fultz kind of bust. Lonzo coming around. Jason Tatum a beast. You know, Lauri Markkanen, he okay. It was an okay draft. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said before, man, with Luke Kennard, I would have been moved on from him. Anytime you're dealing with that type of knee tendonitis, man, excuse me, as soon as he had a hot start, I would have shipped his ass up out of here. But he ain't gonna be a two guard that's gonna bring us nothing. You know, they gotta switch it up and they gotta find a guy. Do I like Anthony Edwards in the draft? Not really. I'm not an Anthony Edwards fan. You know what I'm saying? Shot selection kind of iffy. Just remind me of a bigger, stronger Rodney Stuckey. I don't know how disrespectful that is. The Pistons seem like they messed up Stuckey. You know, more trying to make him into a point guard. So, just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of what he's doing. But I mean, we'll see, man. I like the kid that's is it Monty Morris? I'm not sure. Or the Beasley guy, from Denver. I don't know if he playing for Minnesota or Denver. I forget which one of them got traded because Monty Morris is from Flint. But whichever one of them Denver Nugget guards, because Craig is still there, and I think Beasley, yeah, he got beat up by that Denver Bronco football player with that IG model at the hotel. I think it's him. I would get him in free agency and plug him in. I let Malachi be the backup two guard, and I ship Luke Kennard off, try to package and get another draft pick. That's just my opinion. I don't see it in him. You know what I'm saying? They gonna ride with Luke Kennard, but they didn't give Spencer Dinwiddie and Chris Middleton a fair shot, or even Aaron Aflalo, who went on and had a solid career for a minute. But hey, it is what it is. This is the issue with the Pistons and not being able to draft, dog. You know, you can't. You know, I understand kind of looking at Devon Mitchell. He only 6'1", but man, this dude he hitting 20 points every year. You could have put him at the 1, and you could have found the 2. That would have definitely changed the dynamics. He probably would have been an all-star all 3, well, at least 2 of his 3 years, you know, in the East Coast. But he's a phenomenal player, and you know, when you measure up that he went 1 pick later than Luke Kennard, and Luke Kennard ain't started 50 games yet. He played 28, he played 60, 70, and he ain't really started yet. Donovan Mitchell just, you know, he doing the blue face. He's sweeping up on him. He mopping up on him, man. But a lot of people ain't going to feel this video. I'm just saying what's need to be said. I think he headed for a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope type of decision. If they pay him, they dumb as the days is long. He better come out there and get 25-5 next year, and he better ball out. If he ain't get that, then he better play at least 60 games next year. And if he can't give you that, he's time to go. But I would move him now. I'll trade him to Golden State and I'll take on Draymond contract, you know what I'm saying? get an extra pick or something like that. But let me know what you guys think about it. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video questions. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation, share the video, Cash App, PayPal in the description. And don't forget, you can reach out to me anytime. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those links there. Anytime you got a question. But my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV, check it out right here on YouTube. One time we gone.